Here's the truth. You're never going to learn to play jazz because you're going about it all wrong. And here's why. You've tried learning from YouTube videos that don't teach one clear method, that are disorganized and that quickly overwhelm you with too much information that's not structured or building a solid foundation. Or you think you need to learn hundreds of chords and scales before you can play jazz. Or you've tried learning from exercise books that keep you busy but don't really help your playing. Or you've tried taking expensive lessons and found that you couldn't remember most of what you learned 20 minutes after the lesson was over. And that's not the end of your problem. It actually gets worse. Here's the real problem you're facing. Have you ever heard the saying that the surest way to teach nothing is to teach everything? YouTube almost guarantees you're going to end up frustrated. It feels like a candy store where you can pick up and choose whatever cool thing strikes your fancy right now. But the thing is, the good jazz guitarists you see there did not learn from YouTube. They didn't jump from video to video, topic to topic, and then one day end up as solid guitarists with solid fundamentals who could confidently improvise, play rhythm, melodies, and have a full repertoire of jazz tunes they could play at the drop of a hat. Are you kidding me? Those guys learned the right way from the beginning. They learned an organized method from a qualified instructor that gave them rock-solid fundamentals that guaranteed their success. I repeat, good jazz guitarists do not get that way by trolling YouTube. So if you're with me so far, then maybe now you're thinking you need to take lessons. Well, here's the thing. Lessons with a good jazz instructor cost $40 to $75 for an hour once a week. That's $160 to $300 a month. Pretty expensive. And worse yet, when you get back home to practice, you can only remember about 25% of what you were shown during your lesson. So you have to wait another week and repeat the same material over again, making your progress really slow and your cost of learning really high. Now, you could spend years of effort and thousands of dollars and never really be confident as a jazz guitarist. But luckily for you, there is now a solution. Let me introduce you to Easy Jazz Guitar. Easy Jazz Guitar is an easy-to-understand, step-by-step method to become a confident, professional-sounding jazz guitarist. It lets you go painlessly from being a beginner to sounding like a pro. It guarantees you'll have a repertoire of tunes you can perform rather than simply showing you a bunch of exercises to practice. It helps you avoid the frustration, confusion, and information overload that most guitarists experience trying to learn jazz. It shows you exactly what you need to play without wasting time on things you don't need. It lets you escape the agony of boring and complex books of theory and exercises. It saves you thousands on expensive and often ineffective lessons. And it lets you stop worrying that you'll never be a real jazz player and finally start playing jazz and sounding great. Hi, my name is Bob Doris, and by now you're probably asking, who am I and how can I make these claims? Well, here's why I can make these promises about Easy Jazz Guitar to you. I know what works and what doesn't because I've spent thousands of dollars learning from several instructors who perform with some of the biggest names in jazz. People like Chick Corea, Joe Farrell, Randy Brecker, Mike Stern, Richie Cole, Toots Thielman, and others. I spent 2 to 3 hours a day for years practicing what I was taught. I've got shelves of books on jazz theory and exercises. And yes, I've trolled YouTube for hours at a time thinking I'd find the secret there. And after all that, I still couldn't play jazz. I mean, I really sucked. I couldn't improvise through even a single jazz tune. I wasn't good enough to play in a decent jazz band or even confidently sit in at a jam session. And worst of all, I didn't feel like a real jazz musician. And that's when it hit me. If I felt that way after all my hard work, there must be thousands, possibly even tens of thousands of other guitarists who feel the same way. Possibly you're one of them. So I decided to create a solution for all of us. And that solution must make it possible for anyone of any age or skill level to learn to play jazz and sound like a pro. It has to be easy to understand, use down-to-earth language, and be taught in a step-by-step format. It has to guarantee that you'll be able to play jazz and not just practice jazz. And it must be affordable for everyone. So over the next several months, I interviewed dozens of jazz guitar instructors from all over the country looking for someone who had a straightforward method to take a guitarist from beginner to sounding great and could teach it in a way that anyone could understand. I finally partnered with B.D. Lenz, a world-class guitarist, composer, and instructor. His music has been featured on Breaking Bad, Catfish, Anthony Bourdain's No Reservations, and hundreds of other TV shows. Now, after countless hours of filming, editing, and perfecting the program, Easy Jazz Guitar was born. And now, because of Easy Jazz Guitar and the Builder Repertoire series we created to go with it, I can now play melody, improvise, and accompany a band or soloist confidently on dozens of jazz standards. I have a full repertoire of tunes I can play with a band at a jazz jam session or just for my own enjoyment. I completely understand how to play jazz and have rock-solid fundamentals, and I can legitimately and proudly call myself a jazz musician. And now, so can you. Here's exactly what you get inside of our Easy Jazz Guitar members area. You get easy-to-understand, down-to-earth online instruction from pro jazz guitarist B.D. Lenz. You'll get instruction that works for any guitarist of any age or ability level. You'll have 24/7 access to our step-by-step beginning, intermediate, and advanced video modules that allow you to learn at your own pace and avoid being overwhelmed. You'll have everything you need to move from just beginning jazz to understanding advanced jazz concepts and techniques. And most importantly, you'll quickly build a repertoire of tunes you can play for your own enjoyment, for family and friends, or with a band in front of an audience. Now, inside our members area, first, you'll have access to our core modules that take you by the hand from just beginning jazz all the way through advanced. These modules include Chords 1, an introduction to chords, Chords 2, the 7th chords, Scales and Arpeggios, an introduction, Improvisation 101, Playing the Blues, Comping and advanced chords, and that's where you'll get a solid understanding of chords like 9ths, 11ths, and 13ths, Advanced Scales and Arpeggios, Improvising with approach notes, rhythmic and harmonic soloing ideas, and walking bass for guitar. Then, you'll also get our Build a Repertoire monthly series. And this is where the magic happens and you actually apply everything you're learning to real jazz tunes. Each month, you'll get detailed instruction on how to play 2 new popular tunes like All of Me, Green Dolphin Street, The Girl from Ipanema, Take the A Train, and more. These lessons contain easy-to-follow instruction on how to improvise, play the chords, rhythm, and more for each tune. You'll start the very first month with the popular jazz tunes Autumn Leaves and Summertime. We'll continue giving you 2 new tunes each month for the next 10 months to ensure you can play an entire set of jazz by the time you're done. You'll quickly build your repertoire of tunes and be confident in your jazz guitar playing in the shortest time possible. And if you get in on it now, I'm also going to give you these 2 awesome bonuses. Bonus 1 is the Jazz Guitarist Toolkit. In this video course, professional guitarist and jazz educator Frank Singer breaks down your role as a jazz guitarist. He explains the tools you need to do your job and gives you an excellent jump start on playing jazz. Bonus number 2 is the secret to great sounding jazz comping. Again, jazz guitarist extraordinaire Frank Singer shows you a simple system that you can use to play terrific sounding jazz swing style rhythm guitar. Once you've completed this easy to understand video lesson, you'll be ready to comp for any swing duo, trio, quartet, or big band. But to get those bonuses and the special price I'm about to offer you, you have to act today. We are in the beta test for Easy Jazz Guitar, so once we're done, the price will go up and the bonuses won't be available. So here's the deal. You need to get on board with Easy Jazz Guitar now. If you want to actually play jazz and be a jazz guitarist rather than just sit in your living room practicing jazz, if you want to avoid the frustration, feeling overwhelmed, and confusion that comes with information overload and lack of direction, if you want to avoid spending thousands on expensive and often ineffective lessons, then take the offer I'm going to make you right now. You can try Easy Jazz Guitar today for 14 days for free. You'll have 24/7 access to all the Easy Jazz Guitar modules. You'll get 2 new tunes each month in the Build a Repertoire monthly series. You'll get the Jazz Guitar Toolkit and the Secret to Great Sounding Jazz Comping bonus video courses. You'll also get frequent free bonus video lessons and interviews added to the members area from great jazz musicians who've been there, done that, and can show you the way. In the future, we plan to charge $97 a month, and that would be a great deal. But if you act today, you won't pay $97 or $77 or even $57. You try for free for the next 14 days. If you like it, it's just $27 a month. You can cancel anytime you like. Now compare that $27 to the $160 to $300 per month you'd pay a local guitar instructor who doesn't have anywhere near the experience of a great teacher like B.D. Lenz. who doesn't give you an A to Z step-by-step method, and who doesn't guarantee your success by giving you detailed instruction on playing 2 new jazz tunes each month like you get in our Build a Repertoire series. You'd pay nearly 10 times the cost, and you wouldn't get a fraction of what you get with Easy Jazz Guitar. That $27 is less than half the cost of just one single lesson per month. You'll save thousands. I guarantee 100% you're going to love Easy Jazz Guitar. If you don't, just tell me within 30 days and you won't even be billed a penny. You risk nothing. Listen, you know you want to learn to play jazz. The real question is, would you rather learn from online video sites that have you jumping from one approach to another without any foundation, structure, or logic to your learning? Would you rather keep struggling to learn it yourself from boring music exercise books that keep you busy but don't teach you how to play? Would you rather pay $160 to $300 per month for a 1-hour-a-week lesson, most of which you can't remember 20 minutes after it's over, then have to wait another week to often just repeat the same material all over again? Or would you rather start for free today and get instruction from a world-class jazz guitarist, a step-by-step structured approach to playing jazz that gives you rock-solid fundamentals, easy to understand instruction that uses down-to-earth language that anyone of any age or any ability can understand, everything you know to go from a beginner to an advanced professional-sounding jazz guitarist, the ability to review lessons anytime you want 24/7, the Build a Repertoire monthly series where you'll learn to play 2 new popular jazz tunes each month, ensuring you'll be capable of playing a full set of jazz anytime you like, and the bonus video courses, the Jazz Guitarist Toolkit, and the secret to great sounding jazz comping. Listen, you've got everything to gain and nothing to lose but your frustration. Again, Easy Jazz Guitar is in the beta test phase, so this special pricing will be gone shortly. Click the button below to get started for free right now.